All right, my name is Matthew Scott DeVos. I'm from a really small town up in northwest Iowa called Paulina. I went to a school called South O'Brien, and we only had 54 kids graduate in our senior class. So it was a pretty small school. Not many people have ever heard of it, unless you're actually from around there. So starting off for my K-12 math story, really the earliest experiences I can remember was when I was a kid, and I remember sitting in the car a lot and my parents using sticks of gum. And I remember them laying them out on my car seat, and I would have to either count them, add them, subtract them, whatever they told me. And that's kind of how I got my jump start with math. And I really think that helped me, and it made me start enjoying it right away. Um, Going into elementary school, I was always really strong with math. I always really enjoyed it. I was pretty ahead of my peers, and to the point where when I got into sixth grade, they decided to have me skip a grade in math and jump ahead along with a couple of other kids. So when we started junior high, that we'd be a year ahead, and then going in high school, we'd have the opportunity to, when we were seniors, take that extra fifth year of math. So that's how things kind of got started in elementary school. I always really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great thing when I got to jump ahead a grade, and as that went on, I started kind of regretting that a little bit because I think I missed out on some of the important concepts that really should have been there, and rather than understanding them, I just kept kind of pushing forward and pushing on, and that just kind of compounded up, and it made things kind of a struggle for me as I got on. And then when I was a senior, I opted not to take that fifth year, and I just took the year off of math. So started out really strong, ended out not so hot. I always thought I was pretty good at it. I always enjoyed it, but like I said, it got to the point where I wasn't understanding what I was doing, and I was just doing anything I could to try to come up with the right answer without actually figuring out what in the world was going on, what was actually happening, and I never backtracked at all to really understand that. So it kind of made it a little bit tough for me. And then coming into college, I've taken limited math classes. I know like 195 and 196. I did well in those because that was all stuff that I obviously remembered. It was just the stuff as we got into later on in high school, like the pre-calc, some of the geometry, some of the algebra. That's some of the stuff that I kind of struggled with. So yeah. Any background stories relevant to my understanding how I feel about mathematics? That pretty much narrows it down. That nails it right there. Starting off really enjoying it, and then as I went on and not understanding some of the more complex topics, it pushed me away as I got older. And now I've been able to come back as I'm in college, and now it's stuff that I kind of understand. So it's gotten a lot better. And then some things in my life that are important to me now outside of college. I really spend most of my free time anything involving, like sports, working out. I think I'd go crazy if I didn't have something like that to channel my energy into. So that's really the big thing. I love being outdoors. So either at the gym or playing basketball or out hiking, or I've got a hammock that I take out and I've gone camping with, or I sling that up on campus. So really anything to just kind of get me out of the house or get me doing something to kind of pass time, because otherwise it's just things kind of drag on and I can make myself go a little crazy. So that is my math story.